What's going on YouTube? Today I got a pretty interesting video. It's going to be about how to choose the perfect major for you. And if you click on this video, you're probably going to college this year or maybe sometime in the future, or maybe you're trying to go back to college and pick a different major. Well, if you are one of those people or you're just interested in the video, stick around. I'm going to give you guys 5 things to consider when choosing your major. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to give you guys 5 majors that I think are going to be the best right now as we speak in 2021. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, so the first thing to consider when choosing your major is passion versus pay balance. So you don't want to do something that you don't really like, because I've been there before and you honestly just hate it and you just want to get it over with, and you honestly aren't going to excel anyway if you're not passionate about something. In addition to that, you also don't want something that isn't going to pay you anything. So a lot of people actually graduate college without really a real job, and they have like tens of thousands of student debt. And I'll actually make another video about this, about if you should go to college or not. But for now, I'll truly consider if you're truly passionate about the major, and if when you graduate you're going to get a job that pays you decently well so you can pay off those student debts. In addition to that, I would say being good at something isn't really important, since if you truly are passionate, you're going to be good at any subject you choose. So the second thing to consider is how much opportunity your major has. So you want to pick a major with a lot of job opportunities. So job opportunities are good for 2 reasons. One, pays competitive, so you can probably get the best pay in the market, or you could also get a job, period. So once again, you really want to get a job once you graduate. You worked hard, you probably went to 4 years at least for your college degree, and you want to get a really good job once you graduate. Also, if you don't know or unsure that if your major has a lot of opportunity in terms of careers when you graduate, you can actually go to careeronestop.org, and basically in this website they'll teach you which careers has the most opportunities and most openings and most projected openings for when you graduate. So real quick summary, you could just go to Google, type in Career One Stop, and then also type in what's in demand. And inside the website you're going to see 4 pages. It's going to be fastest growing careers, careers with the most openings, careers with the largest employment, and careers with declining employment. So you want to go ahead and click careers with the most openings, and if you look, you're going to see a lot of fast food and retail, but you don't want to click that. You want to go to the left and look at bachelor's degree or maybe master's if that's what you're aiming for. You're going to see what type of careers in your degree or your field that pertains to your major is in there. And if you don't really see that many, or if any of your major type that leads to this career, it's probably not a good major to get into in terms of opportunity. Also, I would go ahead and click on all 4 links, because you also want to see what careers are declining in employment, and basically with that you want to see what type of majors and career types to avoid. So skipping right into the third thing to consider, I would actually consider choosing a major that your school specifies in. So if you actually go to like a tech school or a school that's known for tech, and you're choosing like an accounting degree or a tech degree, I would definitely choose a tech degree. And reason for that is because a lot of recruiters are going to that school to look for employees or potential employees, maybe interns or co-ops in that career field. So, or if you go to a school that specializes in law, I'll definitely say many of the recruiters, if not most, will actually be for law students. So definitely choosing a major that your school specializes in will give you an upper hand in getting a better job, and also getting experience before you even graduate in terms of internships and stuff. So choosing a major that your school specializes in is a very helpful thing to do. So the fourth thing to consider is, I would say not many people talk about this. I would definitely say many of your classmates or your teachers doesn't even talk about this, and it's basically many degrees can give you the same job. So I've interned for some companies before, like for example, like one is Johnson & Johnson, and I've talked to a lot of engineers, and many of them were like electrical engineers and mechanical engineers, but they turned out to be like software engineers. So definitely I would say that different majors can get you the same job, and if you're interested in type of job type, don't really stress about your major. If anything, you should be more worried about the courses you take. So in college you have some freedom and liberty to choose the courses and professors you have. Once you get into these career or degree programs, you can't really branch out anymore, so you're limited into this pool of classes you can take, and you can't really take anything outside of that. So I'll definitely look into all the classes you're supposed to take, and if you see one that you really are interested to, or if not a handful of classes that you really don't want to take, I would definitely say that a lot of engineer stuff are interchangeable. And I would also say that in other fields it's the same idea. So in terms of like business, you could have like a business degree or a marketing degree or economy degree. I would definitely say all those are transferable skills. It's just mainly about what you're passionate about. Now here's my 5th thing to consider before choosing your major, and here's the hard truth. So many of you guys are going to go to college for 4 years, maybe you're going to pick up a lot of student debt, and you're going to graduate school. You may even have a perfect GPA, but it's going to be really hard to find a job. And if you do find a job, you're probably not going to get paid as much as you think you would have, and you're going to be behind in terms of student debt, and depending on your interest rate and depending on how fast you can pay it off, or maybe your parents are helping you. If not, you're going to be kind of struggling for a while. And the longer you don't get a job that pays decently well so you can pay back your student loan, the bigger your student loan gets. I've actually had this testimony from a fellow student, and she basically said she had this whole bunch of student loan and she would pay X amount a month, and because of the interest rate, it was like she was indefinitely paying her student loan. So basically monthly, her student loan kept getting bigger, and even though she was paying it off monthly, it wasn't really going down. It was just stagnating. If not, she was breaking even. So I would definitely say really consider if you want to go to college, because it could be the best decision of your life. It could be the worst. Yeah, I know plenty of bad stories. By no means, I'm not trying to discourage you, but I'll definitely say keep this in the back of your mind. If you don't know what you want to go to college for, if you're not passionate about anything, if you're just going to college because your parents are forcing you to, unless your parents are paying for the college, do not go to college, because it is not worth it. It is not worth all the student loan. It is not worth the time. There's other opportunities you can have that probably even pay you more than a college graduate, and I'll make another video explaining all this. It's probably going to be released in a couple days from this one, so definitely really consider if you want to go to college or not. And finally, as promised, many of you guys probably don't know, or you probably just need some ideas on what type of majors to get into, so I'll give you guys my top 5 things, and this is all speculation. Honestly, everything in life is speculation, but I think I have good reasons to believe in these. So definitely my first choice of major to get into is what I'm into, is computer science and software engineering. And the reason why I say this, because look around you, like you're watching this video on YouTube right now. You know how many software engineers it takes to run YouTube? It takes multiple software engineers to even make the like button. So I would definitely say software engineering has a lot of opportunity. It's growing crazy. There's a lot of software company startups, and there's also big tech companies. In addition to that, if you think Amazon hires a lot of software engineers as well. And you don't have to limit yourself. Honestly, if a company has a website, they hire software engineers. I would definitely say computer science and software engineering is just really up there in terms of what major you can pick. In addition to that, I would say electrical engineering is a close second. And reason for that is, if you've been watching the recent political sphere, the government's actually changing a lot of their gas cars into electric cars, and also electric cars and hybrid cars are becoming a new common. And I'll definitely say electric engineers are going to have way more opening nowadays. They already have a huge job opportunity as we speak now. Also, almost everything runs on electricity. I probably have about 20 things in this room that runs on electricity, and each and every single one of those take multiple of electrical engineers to even design this product. So I would definitely say electrical engineering has so much opportunity. It's growing at such a huge rate. In addition to that, I would say another good major to get into is, which been booming lately, and it's definitely the health, anything in health field. So I'm talking physicians, I'm talking about therapists, health therapists, physical therapists. And why I say this is because ever since the whole pandemic, I really think people have been watching their health way better. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people, they have pre-existing condition and they want to look out for themselves. You know, your body can only defend based off what you give it. So basically, if you're eating junk, your body is junk, right? So I would definitely say people are looking more into their health. I would say like people that study health also can have a lot of market opportunity. There's a lot of new vegan movements. There's also these new green movements. I would definitely say there's no better opportunity to get into health than now. And the next one is IT. And every big company pretty much have a huge IT department. And IT stretches from communication to even cybersecurity. And with many companies joining like the Bitcoin sphere, and many companies adapting to cryptocurrency, and also the huge rise in software and technology, I would definitely say IT is much more important than ever. You want to secure yourself, and companies want to secure their customers. They want to secure themselves, and they also want to secure their employees. I would definitely say the bigger tech gets, the bigger IT gets as well. And definitely IT is also a really good field to get into. And then the last one is financial advisors. Now let me tell you this, I don't know the exact number there, but there's about 100 millionaires born every single day in America, just America. So you would have to think many of them actually have financial advisors. You would have to think that not even millionaires, people that are making 6 figures, they all need a financial advisor. Even me, I don't make a lot of money, but I even have my own financial advisor. She's not my private financial advisor, but I do go to a financial advisor in terms of my taxes. And then, honestly, in addition to the stimulus checks and the recent economy crash, and also the drastic change in politics depending on who we elect, I would definitely say people are looking more into how they could secure their finances, how they could invest their assets. Anything in financial advising is definitely a good career to get into. And these are not perfect ideas, and by no means are these get rich quick schemes. They're not going to be easy. If anything, these are probably going to be the hardest courses you could take in school. However, I would definitely say these have a huge market opportunity now and also in the future. And also, one final tip I can give you guys is don't go to school to just learn something that's very niche. So for example, don't go to school to become a historian. And nobody really need historians. I mean, there are some historians, there are probably a lot of well-known historians, but what are the chances of you graduating and becoming one of those historians? It's slim. And you know, if you're truly passionate about being that, why don't you just get that knowledge somewhere else? You know, you could read books, or you could even get boot camps or even courses online. There's definitely way better opportunities than college nowadays. And I would definitely say a lot of companies like Google doesn't even care what degree you have. Google has no degree requirement, and that speaks volumes because they care more about your experience. They care more about what you can do rather than what college degree you have. And I would definitely say when you're in truly consider these things, especially the first, second, and fifth one, they're going to be really crucial to your career. They're going to be really crucial to whether or not you actually graduate, and they're going to be really crucial to if you don't get a job, or if you do get a job, if you get a high paying job, if you get a low paying job. I would definitely say do some research on your degree. I know it sounds hard, and honestly, if you have any questions, you can just drop down in the comment. If you guys learned something new in this video, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm going to post the other video pretty soon too, so I'll see you guys in that video then.
I'll be fine.